Hello, and welcome to the High Altitude Investing live stream. Today is July 4th, so happy Independence Day. And I just figured, hey, you know what? Everybody else is off partying and doing all this crazy stuff. And I figured, let's do a live stream so we can all talk about crypto and how awesome crypto is and how much it's probably going to pump really soon. So that's what today's live stream is all about, is crypto, and also just how awesome America is. Being born in the United States of America, my family taught me the importance of the principles of America, like freedom and liberty, and all of the things that were sacrificed so that we could have those liberties. And so this day is very, very special to me as a United States citizen and as someone who truly believes that the founding fathers were godly, inspired men that were led by the hand of God to form this country. So let's go ahead and get into crypto and start talking about how awesome cryptocurrency is. Doing some analysis. Starting off here with Bitcoin, and I figure a lot of people probably won't tune in today considering it's the 4th of July, but also a lot of you guys can watch it later and get value out of it even still, so it'll all work out good. Charts Chasers, what is up, my friend? Thank you for tuning in to today's live stream. Make sure that you guys start dropping your requests for altcoins after I cover Bitcoin and the total market cap. Then we'll get into that. And if you stay clear till the very end, I am going to play the Star Spangled Banner on my guitar. I learned it this morning, so we'll see how it goes, but it should be a lot of fun. And Professor K, what is up, my friend? Good morning. Happy 4th. What is up, brother? Arthur Jerome says PDI on Pulse Chain is rocking. Yeah, it's good to see all of the crypto markets and ecosystems starting to take off. There's been a very, very long waiting period, especially since the crash that happened in 2022. Bitcoin has seen the most strength and the strongest recovery since then, but we are seeing a lot of strength coming into the altcoin markets, and I see more of that coming. Matt Osty, what is up, Dallin? July 4th live stream. When is Tel going to start flying? I made a video about Telcoin just the other day, so if you didn't get a chance to watch that, go watch that, but we can definitely do some more analysis on Telcoin in today's live stream as well. But let's start off with Bitcoin, the total market cap. Then we'll get into all of you guys' favorite coins and do analysis on those as well. So starting off with Bitcoin, we'll go ahead and pull up the Bitcoin chart here and switch to the daily candlestick. So we did get a breakout up above this resistance level, a little bit of one, not really much of one. We had a bit of a rejection here, but that is no big surprise. This is a major resistance area, so it may have to come back up to that level one more time to go ahead and break bullish through it. Now, as a general rule of thumb, the more times the level is tested, the more likely it will see a breakout. So, for example, if you see a level come up like this, the resistance level is tested, then it gets tested again, then it gets tested again. Even if it rejects a little bit, it has a very high likelihood of breaking up through that resistance because of the amount of times that the market has tested that level. And that's exactly what we see here with Bitcoin. You can see we have tested this level once, twice, thrice, And now it's very likely, even if we pull back just a little bit right here, for us to push up through that level. We also broke bullish out of a bullish flag pattern. So for you guys that don't know, that weren't in the VIP members got this a little bit early. But we do have a bullish flag pattern, and we broke bullish out of that bull flag pattern. So it's pretty common for the market to come back down and retest the support of that flag before pushing higher. So I remain bullish on Bitcoin. Also, the moon phase, if you guys don't know about the moon phase, very, very key, very important. It's a very, very strong signal, and it works most of the time. Most of the time, a full moon is bullish, and most of the time, a new moon is bearish. And as you can see, we did get a bit of bullishness here during this new moon phase right here, so it's not 100% signal, but we do have a full moon coming, I believe. Let's just look up what day. Full moon in July on the 10th. So in only 6 days away, we're going to have a full moon for the crypto markets, and that's generally very, very bullish. So be watching for that as well. It's not a perfect signal, but it definitely is something you want to be aware of, and it does have a very, very high degree of accuracy. It works most of the time. So I am bullish on Bitcoin and expecting more upside coming for the Bitcoin markets. Now let's go ahead and pull up the total market cap as well and see what's going on for the total crypto market cap. So same kind of thing for the total crypto market cap. We're in a bull flag structure right now. The trend is your friend. We've started to trend up since our bottom down here in April of 2025. Yes, we did have a healthy ABC correction right here. Wave A, Wave B, and Wave C. We also had our 5-wave structure up. You can see Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 4, and Wave 5. So that's a very typical L8 wave structure here on the total crypto market cap. And additionally to that, we have the bull flag on the total crypto market cap as well, which we did break bullish out of, and we are retesting as support. So generally speaking, this would suggest that we will see bullish continuation on the total crypto market cap, which means Bitcoin and altcoins will continue to see more upside in the near future. So that's kind of what I'm watching for the total crypto market cap. Now let's go ahead and cover all of the coins that you guys want me to cover today, and we'll just start going through the list. Cool. So Professor K says, Vayat, please. Sure, let's do Vayat. Vayat, I don't know what that one is. Let's see if we can find here on the list of cryptos. Looks like it's on KuCoin. It's also listed here. This might have the most data. So this coin also had a full retracement over the summer. So back in 2024, when we had the great summer correction that we were talking about and saying, hey, you guys, there's probably going to be a summer correction. Be aware of that. Be mindful of that, just so that you guys don't get screwed. And we did have a summer correction for this coin. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of this coin. I am looking to get more into fundamentals for long-term investing and to help you guys and myself make more money over the long term. So if you guys know anything good about fundamentals, make sure that in the Discord you go to the new fundamentals channel in Discord and basically share what you guys' views are on the fundamentals of these projects. If you don't know what fundamentals are, it's basically the utility of the coin, what it does, what kind of long-term, real-world use case that it has. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of this coin, but what I can tell you is that it's very, very oversold, and we are nearing major horizontal support. In fact, we're in a major horizontal support range right now. And if we zoom into the chart a little bit here, let's go ahead and zoom in. You can see the early signs of a potential double bottom, which a lot of coins are doing this right now. We're seeing a lot of coins starting to show the early signs of a double bottom pattern with a pretty classic Elliott wave structure too. So this will be our subwave count of wave 3 coming next. So we would have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and our ABC correction down right here. So this is a pretty typical pattern to see when you're getting ready for a major degree wave 3. So these are subwaves. So this would be counted as our major wave 1 right here. And we'd be expecting and planning a wave 3 coming right here. So that's in the short term for this coin. And so yeah, be watching for a double bottom pattern. We are near major support. Bitcoin is looking strong. The uptrend on Bitcoin is very strong. So you can expect money to be flowing into your favorite altcoins as well. And now let's go ahead and remove all of the drawing tools, and we'll take a quick look at the bigger picture for this coin as well. In the bigger picture, we are also very, very, very oversold on this coin. Massive correction here, as you can see. And what I'd be watching for with this coin is kind of very similar to like a Litecoin, Fractal, or even, yeah, Litecoin would probably be the best example of it. Let's pull up Litecoin here. And we'll pull up Litecoin on Bitfinex, the one that has the oldest data. Litecoin dollar on Bitfinex. So this is a pretty typical thing for markets to do. Pretty typical accumulation structure for a new coin. One that doesn't have a lot of traction yet, not because it won't have a lot of traction, but just because it's early on in its cycle. And you can see the similarities between Litecoin over here on the right and I don't even know how to pronounce this thing. Viat coin over here on the left, and how similar the pattern is on both of these coins. So be watching as crypto goes nuts as we go into that big parabolic run that I've been continually talking about over and over again on all of my live streams and videos. You should expect to see a very parabolic move here on this coin, just like what happened to Litecoin over here on the right as well. So it looks very oversold, and it looks like a very good buying opportunity. You have to remember the market cycle and the psychology of the market cycle. Oops, there we go. The point where it looks the most dead, the point where people are the most fearful, that is the point of maximum financial opportunity. So if we just zoom into the chart a little bit here, you can see that point of maximum contraction, which is exactly what we see right here, and what we also saw over here on Litecoin, over here on the right, maximum contraction. That is the point of maximum financial opportunity with the lowest risk. So if you see something like this, a lot of times it can be a good buy. Obviously nothing is absolute, but in many, many cases, that can be a very, very strong buy signal. And if you buy a coin undervalued like this, you have a really good entry. You have the lowest risk and the maximum opportunity for profit. Ethereum. Yeah, let's pull up Ethereum. So the first thing I want to point out here with Ethereum is our Elliott wave structure. And if we zoom into the smaller time frame, that is the Elliott waves I want to cover first. And then we'll go out to the bigger time frames and talk about what's happening from the perspective of Elliott waves over the bigger picture. So if we pull up our Elliott wave tool right here, you can see very clearly here with Ethereum that we did have our wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and our 5th wave. And then we had our ABC correction down right here, and we're starting to see the recovery of that ABC correction. So just like how I'm expecting more upside on Bitcoin, Ethereum should also follow suit. And altcoin season is coming soon. I know it's been the longest wait that we've probably ever had for an altcoin season, but it is coming. It always comes, and it will come. And you're going to see coins like Solana, coins like Ethereum, coins like XRP start to outperform Bitcoin. And with that being said, Bitcoin can still go to 250K, 500K. It could even go to $1 million per coin. Who knows how crazy it's going to be as crypto becomes mass adopted by the public. But altcoins will outperform Bitcoin. It's just going to be the nature of how it is. So coins like Ethereum are very good opportunities. Coins like Solana, coins that are high in market cap, that are good altcoins, but also those altcoins that are lower in market cap, because there's a lot of low cap altcoins that are kind of hidden gems that people are not as aware of, that will do very, very high percentage gains as altcoin season hits because of their value, because they're underrated right now. A lot of people aren't aware of them, and when they pop off, they're going to pop off with insane gains, really crazy gains. So I am bullish on Ethereum here on the shorter time frame, expecting more upside for this coin, a breakout up through local resistance. And again, these are subwaves, so this would be our wave 1, our wave 2 right here, and we'd be watching for our wave 3 coming on Ethereum very soon. Now let's do another Elliott wave count here on Ethereum. You can see if we zoom out a little bit more here, and we'll go to the 4-day so it's just easier for you guys to see with your eyes. We have wave 1. Let's see. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and then our ABC correction here as well. A, B, and C. So again, these are subwaves because Elliott waves are fractal. So if you go type in Elliott wave on Google and pull up an example of Elliott waves, you'll see that not only is there the major wave, you can see in red here, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, ABC, but there's also the subwaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. So it's a fractal. The bigger Elliott waves, the macro waves, are a fractal of the micro counts. And the micro counts are a fractal of the macro counts. So that is why we see subwaves and major waves, and that's how you're able to kind of map out the cycle on multiple time frames and get a really good idea of what's going on in the market and what could be happening in the future. So we have 5 waves up, ABC down for our subwaves on Ethereum on this time frame, which will be our wave 1 and our wave 2 right here. And we'd be expecting a wave 3. So this also means that we're going to have a wave 3 of 3 because we just counted wave 1 and wave 2. So that means that we're having a subwave 3 coming and a major wave 3 coming. So that is generally very bullish. When you have a subwave and you have a major wave 3 coming, that's very, very impulsive and very bullish. And last but not least, let's go ahead and do our LA wave count on Ethereum in the biggest time frame of them all the way zoomed out right here. And here with Ethereum, you can see that we have our wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. You can see how wave 3 is bigger than wave 1. That always happens. You're never going to have wave 1 be bigger than wave 3. And then we're really preparing for our 5th wave right here for Ethereum. Now, 5th waves can be extended. And in silver, in gold, in commodities markets, 5th waves are extended, but it's also true for the crypto markets. So what we'd be expecting here for Ethereum is an extended 5th wave that will take us very high. Very, very, very high. In fact, sometimes I believe, due to the mass adoption coming in crypto, that my targets are too low. A lot of people call me crazy. They call me a moon boy. They say all these things like, Dallin, you're the craziest person ever. You're calling for all these super high targets. But a lot of people don't know what's coming. A lot of people didn't foresee Amazon. A lot of people didn't foresee Apple. A lot of people didn't foresee those stocks going up 50,000%, 80,000% as the industries were mass adopted by the public. So a lot of times, even though my targets seem really crazy, they could actually be a lot lower than what these markets are going to do in the bigger picture. Now, the devaluation of the dollar will also contribute to this because we're printing money like crazy. So a $10,000 Ethereum or $20,000 Ethereum isn't going to be worth that $20,000 isn't going to be worth what $20,000 is worth today because of the inflation. So the purchasing power is going to change, but these coins are really set up to explode in a way that a lot of people are just not thinking about. And one more thing here with Ethereum, you can also see that Ethereum is very, very much like early day Amazon. So I like to compare Ethereum to early day Amazon on the log scale. So let's pull up Amazon over here on the log scale. And then we'll look at Ethereum over here on the log scale as well. Let's go to 3 month. There we go. And then we're going to pull up Ethereum on the log scale as well. So you can see here, and let's pull up a higher time frame. You can see here that if we're looking at the logarithmic chart for Ethereum, if we're looking at the logarithmic chart for Amazon, you can see this gives you a lot better of an idea of just how high the market can go over the long term. This is why my personal focus is not on the short term. My personal focus is not on trying to trade smaller time frames. My personal focus and kind of the philosophy that I'm adopting and utilizing is a lot more like what Warren Buffett says. Find something that you believe in, find something that has demand, and invest over the long term, because time in the market is going to be better than trying to time the market, trying to predict exactly what it's going to do. And that's not to say that you can't use technical analysis to look at what might happen in the smaller time frames, but what I invite you guys to do is take a look at what's happening to crypto on a bigger scale. What's happening to crypto in terms of a revolutionary technology, just like computing, just like the internet, and just like all of the wonderful inventions that we've been seeing in this time and in this day of age that we're living in. So just like the snowball effect, one invention gets created, another one gets created. Snowball effect creates all of this wonderful technology that we have today, and we live in a very blessed world where we have access to a lot of things that a lot of people did not have access to. And you can see here with Ethereum over here on the left and Amazon over here on the right, this gives you a better idea. $10,000 per Ethereum is right here. Imagine if Ethereum and Bitcoin are kind of like the next Amazon and Apple. Imagine just how high they could go in terms of market valuation before any major bear market. So just be thinking big picture, you guys. A lot of people are thinking way too short term. A lot of people are trying to get rich quick, and there's nothing wrong with making money fast. It's super fun. I love doing it. But really, if you want to just take a zoom out a little bit here and look at what's happening in the bigger picture, something big is happening here with crypto. And I believe it's going to change the world. And I believe it's going to change the world in a way that is really going to have a very positive effect on humanity and bring a lot of prosperity and a lot of wealth into the world. So imagine Ethereum doing a run kind of like Amazon here, where who knows how high it's going to go. So be thinking long term. So that's my analysis on Ethereum. All right, let's see here. Michael Cummings asks, where do I buy Theta? So Binance US, you can buy Theta. You just have to send some Bitcoin over there, send some USDT over there, and you can exchange your USDT for Theta on Binance US. When is Telcoin gonna start flying? Like I said, I made a video about Telcoin just the other day, so make sure you go check out my video on Telcoin, Matt, if you have not watched that yet. But I believe Telcoin will start to fly very soon. It looks pretty much exactly like early day Bitcoin. So if we pull up Bitcoin and Telcoin here and kind of take a look at what's happening, you're going to see that Telcoin is a lot like the very first cycle on Bitcoin. So you can go to the BLX chart and go back to the very first cycle on Bitcoin. And if you feel like you missed out on investing in Bitcoin. There's a lot of altcoins out there that provide a very similar opportunity as investing in early day Bitcoin. So if you're like one of those guys that was like, oh, my friend told me about Bitcoin in 2011 and it was worth like $1 and I could have put money in and I'd be a millionaire by now. Yeah, you could have been, but you still can. Right here, there's opportunities like Telcoin that are basically like investing in Bitcoin early on before Bitcoin became what it is today. They have the same exact kind of pattern, the same kind of potential, and your ability to make massive profits are very similar. So that's my view on Telcoin. I do expect a very parabolic run on Telcoin. Michael says, hi, can you see T-Drop? Yeah, let's check out T-Drop. Oh, I forgot the D. There we go. T-Drop USD. So for T-Drop, we're looking for a double bottom pattern. So our first low will be right here. Our second low is right here. And this is really a perfect example of what you're looking at when you're watching for a double bottom pattern. So if you can go to Google here and just type in double bottom pattern and go to Google Images, you'll see a lot of examples of what these double bottom patterns look like. And here's a perfect example of a double bottom over here on the left. You can see you have your first bottom, you come back up to a neckline, you come back down for your second bottom, and then once you break above that neckline, it confirms a pattern, and you see a reversal. And that's exactly what we see here with T-Drop. You can see our first bottom right here, our second bottom right here, then we have our resistance level right here, and what we're watching for and what I believe will happen soon, along with the breakout on Bitcoin and the rest of the markets, is we'll see a breakout up above that neckline and a huge recovery and reversal here with T-Drop. I'm very, very bullish on Theta, and I'm very, very bullish on T-Fuel, and I'm very, very bullish on T-Drop as well. In the bigger picture, this thing could do really big gains. So if you're a T-Drop lover, I would say just keep holding on, keep accumulating, keep your faith, and you're going to be rewarded greatly for it. VIOT is ChatGPT's favorite most tokens, unlocked AI plus legal in the EU. Yeah, that's really cool, man. Definitely, like I said, I just started a fundamentals section in the Discord. So if you guys have really interesting things that you're excited about fundamentally with these projects, please, please go share them in the fundamentals channel in the Discord so we can all make more money and so we can have a better idea of what the best projects are from a fundamental perspective. Now, I'm still going to be buying meme coins because I like making money. Projects with terrible fundamentals go up like crazy with super high gains. So just because we added the fundamentals group channel to the Discord does not mean that I won't be buying good meme coins. But it does mean that as a team, as a community, we can work together to find the best fundamentals and make the most money together. So that's why I created that fundamental section. So definitely everybody go to the Discord. It's just right here. It's called Fundamentals. Share all of your favorite coins based on fundamentals. And that way we can all profit more together. GMEC says, great show, bro. ZBCN, can you look at it? Sure. ZBCN. Let me grab some water first, though. So, for this coin, we did have a parabolic run, as you can see, and now we're pulling back. So, it was pretty vertical here. It pulled back pretty hard, but Bitcoin pulled back a little bit as well during the same period. Let's go ahead and compare these two charts together, Bitcoin and ZBCN, and kind of take a look at how correlated crypto really is, because crypto is a highly correlated market. So if we take a look at the dates right here, I'll bet that they will line up pretty much perfectly. So you can see that right here in June, or really late May and June, we started to see an ABC correction on Bitcoin. And you can also see that right here in June, we started to see a correction on ZBEC. So they're heavily correlated. I am bullish on Bitcoin. So the recovery coming on Bitcoin should add fuel to the fire here with ZBEC, and I would expect a recovery coming soon. This did have a very nice accumulation pattern right here. So this can lead to a very parabolic run, not without corrections along the way up like we're seeing right now, but this has been accumulated for a long time, and a parabolic run is expected as a result of that accumulation. Now let's take a look a little bit at what's happening here zoomed in. So if we zoom in a little bit here, we see our wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and our ABC correction down. So we have wave A, B, and C. So that wave C should be stopping soon. One way that you can kind of gauge where wave C is going to stop, there's no guarantee what Fibonacci level wave C will stop at, but the common Fibonacci levels that wave C will stop at are the 618 and the 786 level, especially since this is a major degree wave 1 and wave 2. So we have our wave 1 and our wave 2 forming right here. So we are counting the subwaves of wave 1 and wave 2. And in wave 2, in a major degree, the most common area of support for that wave C to stop and that wave C to see a reversal at is the 618 and the 786 level. So if we pull up our Fibonacci tool, you can see we are right on the 618 level right now, which is a very common place for wave 2 to see a reversal, which would mean we should be headed for wave 3 coming soon on this market, and a recovery up for a new all-time high with ZBEC. So basically it will look like this. Let's remove all the drawings here. It should look like this for ZBEC. Wave 1, wave 2, which will stop either at the 618 level, or another common place is the 786 level. And we'll be expecting a wave 3 coming in this market very soon. And wave 3 is impulsive. That's why a lot of people panic sell wave 2, because it looks so scary. It looks, oh, it's all done with. And that just gives it more momentum and more fuel, kind of like a bouncy ball dropping. You know, you drop a bouncy ball and it's going to bounce back up really hard. So a lot of people panic sell in wave 2 right before wave 3 happens. And then when wave 3 actually happens, you see this huge parabolic run, and it's very exciting. So that'd be my view on ZBEC. Black Raven Meditation. Hello, Dallin. Informative as always. Safe festivals today. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you tuning into today's live stream, and happy 4th of July. Ricky Ricardo says, my bank account looks like I work at McDonald's, but my crypto portfolios looks like I own it. Well, you are you are a smart man, Ricky Ricardo. That is exactly what I like to hear. Professor K, I gotta tighten this up. My microphone's falling. Professor K says, found another possible 50x. Please check out OORT. Yeah, let's check it out. OORT. Okay, so this is an expanded flat correction. And let's go ahead and make sure that there isn't a more data for the chart. Sometimes you can find more data and then you'll get a better idea of what is actually happening from an Elliott wave perspective. And OORT, this looks right. Let me double check. OORT, yeah. So this chart has more data, so it gives us a little bit of a better idea of what's going on for this coin. And we're going to have to go to a bigger time frame here. So why do you think this? First of all, I'd like to ask you, Professor K, what are your beliefs on why this coin will do 50x? And then as you respond to me, I'll do analysis on this coin as well. But I just want to hear your thoughts on that. So we do have a classic ABC correction, so I'm glad that we pulled up a bigger chart with more data because we can see the full picture, and this is a classic ABC correction. So we have our wave A right here, our wave B up here, and our wave C all the way down right there. And let's check out on the log chart as well. Yeah, so on the log chart, we also have a downward pointing channel. So you can see we have a channel like this, and we have our channel like that. So this is a very, very good sign. A lot of times you will see these channels on the logarithmic scale especially. And when you break bullish out of these channels, you're going to see a lot of bullish price action coming in to the market very, very quickly. You're going to see a very vertical move because everybody, all the bigger whales, they look at the logarithmic charts, they look at the linear charts, they're looking for these channels. And when you break bullish out of a downward trending channel like this, it leads to a lot of fuel to the fire, like pouring gasoline on the coin, and it just explodes. It goes to the moon. So I really like this downward pointing channel, and I do expect a bullish breakout through the resistance of this channel for multiple reasons. First of all, we are very, very, very oversold. Second of all, if we can find where the volume is, let's pull up another tab here, and we'll find the volume for this coin and check out volume and divergence as well to see what's going on from that perspective as well. Volume, there we go. So we do have a lot of volume coming in down at these levels in relation to what happened over here. There was a lot of really low volume all through this period here, and now we have a lot of high volume down at these levels. Now if we add our MACD, I would pretty much guarantee that there's going to be bullish divergence on this coin. And there is. We do have bullish divergence for this coin. We have a lot of, in fact, this is a lot of bullish divergence. As you can see, we have a really, really deep oversold level right here on the MACD. And we have a very, very steep higher low right here. So that's very powerful bullish divergence when you see that, when there's a bigger distance between where the low is and where the higher low is. That increases the strength of the divergence. So here on KuCoin, we see volume down here, and we also see a very nice downward pointing channel. So we have multiple factors here suggesting that this coin could see a very nice run. Let's see here. WCT USD. WCT. All right, so this coin doesn't really have a lot of data. Let's see if we can find somewhere with a little bit more data. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Yep, nope. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the data that we have for this coin, which isn't a lot. We don't have a lot of data. This is a pretty new coin. Wallet Connect token. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of this coin, so if you could hop in the Discord and go to the fundamentals channel, it would please do me a little favor and just let me know what the fundamentals of this coin are. You don't have to do it right now, but do it later, and then I can look into it a little bit and see what this coin is all about. We do have a full Elliott wave cycle here, a little bit of a, it's not like a perfect looking one, but that doesn't mean that it won't play out. I've seen some pretty weird Elliott wave cycles that have played out perfectly. So sometimes you get the first impulse wave that looks just ridiculous, and then afterwards you get a very parabolic run, especially with meme coins like on Dex Screener. You'll get coins that look like this, where they have a very weird looking first wave impulse, and then wave 3 and wave 4 and wave 5 come very clearly, and they look more like a typical Elliott wave structure. And here we see wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. And then we have our ABC correction down. So we have wave A, wave B, and wave C down. So that is a classic Elliott wave count here. And this could easily pump pretty hard here as a result of that. Now let's pull up our logarithmic chart and make sure that we don't have a lower low, because that would break the rules of Elliott wave theory. So wave C cannot go below the bottom of wave 0, and you can see this doesn't. So wave C right here is not breaking below the bottom of wave 0. So this is a valid Elliott wave count. And if you guys want to learn more about all of the details, all the rules of Elliott wave theory, all of the rules of technical analysis, because there is law and principle to this, then go ahead and apply for my one-on-one coaching, link in the description box below. I'll hop on a phone call with you and help you learn how to do this stuff. And I know it can feel overwhelming. I know it can feel like, whoa, there's so much to learn here. And I've been doing this for a long time, so sometimes, you know, it can feel like, oh, you guys maybe are new to trading, and I'm showing you guys a lot of stuff that maybe you don't know about. So definitely apply for the one-on-one coaching so you guys can get professional at this easily and quickly. Start making money. Alrighty, so But yeah, overall, this is very oversold if we pull up the MACD, which for some reason is not on my chart. So let's add that really quick here. This is very, very oversold, and we're starting to see a bullish cross. So we're starting to see that bullish cross here on the MACD, which is a very strong bullish buy signal. Whenever you're very oversold like this and you start to see the two lines down here, this blue line and this orange line crossing through, that means the market is oversold. People are panic selling and it needs to rebound in the other direction. And especially when you get a bullish cross where the blue line crosses up through the orange line, that's a very bullish signal for the MACD and a strong buy signal. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your 4th of July. It's a beautiful day. At least here in Utah, we haven't really had any rain or anything. I want more rain because it's been dry as heck. But it's a beautiful day. I'm excited to do fireworks with my family, do a little swim party with my family. And I encourage you guys to spend time with your family. And I invite you guys to enjoy the 4th of July and have a nice celebration today. Okay, let's see here. Binance US said they did not serve in my region. So, Michael, another way that you can buy Theta is you can either you can use ChangeNow.io. So ChangeNow.io. And basically what you'll do is you'll send some Bitcoin over here, or you'll send some whatever coin you want to use. You'll send some Bitcoin over and you'll exchange it for Theta. So you can see if you just type in Theta down here on the bottom, then let's say you wanted to buy, let's say you want to buy 0.05 Bitcoin worth of Theta. That's going to give you 7,800 Theta tokens. You just press exchange, and then it will give you a Bitcoin address to send your Bitcoin to. And then it will give you a Theta address to receive your Theta to. Now, if you don't have a wallet to store Theta on, you can just go download a wallet to store Theta on online. I'm pretty sure Theta has an official wallet, and yeah, they do. So you can just use their official Theta wallet, or I'm sure it's available on your Trezor or your Ledger or anywhere else. So even mobile crypto wallets would work as well. But that's how you can get some Theta if Binance US is not available in your region. And by the way, if Binance US isn't available in your region, Theta might be on just regular Binance. But I would try for ChangeNow first. Is Theta on regular Binance? Not US. Yeah, Theta Network is, or you can buy Theta on the regular Binance platform if you're not an American customer. You can go over to Binance, sign up for Binance, and buy Theta just through the regular Binance.com as opposed to Binance US. So those would be your two options, ChangeNow or Binance. If you use Binance, you'll be able to store your Theta on Binance, and you won't have to download any extra wallets or anything like that to send your Theta to. So actually, I would try Binance, just regular Binance, not Binance US first. If that doesn't work, go to ChangeNow, exchange some crypto for Theta, and then go ahead and find a wallet to store your Theta in. I'm pretty sure there's a mobile wallet, Exodus. There's a whole bunch of different places you can find a wallet to store your Theta in, your Trezor, your Ledger. But yeah, this is going to be the two ways that you can get Theta if you don't have access to it on Binance US. Binance US doesn't serve some states like New York. Yeah, that really sucks, man. I'm looking forward to more adoption of crypto and less regulation. The internet isn't very regulated, and that's one of the reasons that the internet prospers so well. So I believe new technologies should be very under-regulated and very allowed for innovation, because that's how we grow and that's how the technologies expand. So that does kind of suck for you guys in New York and other places that you can't access it there, but try ChangeNow and that might work for you. You live in Washington State. Yeah, try ChangeNow.io. I believe you should be able to do it over there. Brainlet update, please. Yeah, let's pull up Brainlet. Yeah, so this crypto's looking good. I actually really like this. First of all, because we have our wave 1 and our wave 2 structure. We had a really big correction here. So that means we've had a lot of time for big whales to accumulate at dirt cheap prices down here. And I really love it when I see horizontal consolidation patterns like this, where the market goes sideways for a long time, especially after a big correction like this. Because what it generally means is that we're about to go up in the other direction. And if you look at Brainlet here, we have wave 1 and wave 2 on this coin. So let's pull up our LA wave pattern here. We have wave 1, wave 2, getting ready for wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. So I expect a new all-time high if you're excluding this wick, because that was just crazy, coming for Brainlet. A lot of coins are ready for wave 3 and wave 4 and wave 5 very soon. So that'd be my update on Brainlet. Rapdog, let's cover Rapdog. I did post about it on my X account, so if you guys don't follow me on X, make sure you go follow me on X to get the most up-to-date stuff. I post charts on there fairly frequently, as well as in the Discord as well, to try to provide as much content to you guys as possible. So Rapdog is doing a very similar thing as what Brainlet is doing. And basically, like I said, you want to see these big crashes where all of the retail money gets out and then all of the smart money starts to come in. And in fact, we got to go over to Mexi, because then you're going to see the smart money coming in if we turn on our volume indicator. I don't know why my volume is gone today. That's weird. There we go. So you can see up here, all the retail money's buying, very low volume. Then down here, all the market makers and all the bigger players, all the people that have bank, the people that have a lot of money, they start to buy in down here when it's dirt cheap. So this is something I really like to see. And you can see that there's a horizontal consolidation pattern right here that we started to break out of. We came back into it a little bit here, but we're starting to see the early signs of a strong reversal here for Rapdog. And yeah, I think this thing is going to go nuts. It's going to go back up in the same direction that it went down, but even with more force and more energy. There's a reason that the people with big money and big bank accounts are putting so much money into Rapdog down here, because they know it's going to be worth a lot more than it was even up here. So Rapdog is definitely looking wrapped and ready for the great rap, as they say, the rapture. And I believe we will see a very beautiful parabolic run coming for the old rap diggity dog. All righty. Okay, as much as I'd love to do more analysis for you guys today, I do have family stuff to get to, but I I learned the Star Spangled Banner on the guitar this morning, and so I'm going to attempt at playing it for you guys today, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know why I have never learned this song before, but we're going to go ahead and play the Star Spangled Banner and call it a day. And so here we go. Hold on just a second here. Okay, here we go. I just learned this morning, so. Let's see. Okay, I got this, you guys. Just trust me. Let me try again here. Well, that was my very failed attempt at trying to play the Star Spangled Banner. But I do love America. I just needed to practice a little bit more. So thank you guys for tuning in to today's live stream. I love and appreciate you. And I just felt like I needed to just testify of Jesus Christ today. I know that Jesus Christ lives. He is our Redeemer, our Savior. He loves us perfectly. He wants the best for us. He is there for us in our weaknesses. He cares for us. He paid for our sins. He atoned for us. And I know that He lives. He has changed me. He's healed me. He's given me blessings beyond belief. He's really my all in all, and I know that He lives, and I just wanted to testify that Jesus Christ lives, and I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And by the way, you guys, happy 4th of July. I love you, I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos and live streams. And as always, stay profitable out there.